Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Jarvis S. Scott with What's Happening Birmingham, back again with Birmingham City Councilor District 7 Pro Temp Wardine Alexander. Councilor Alexander, how are you doing today?
Good to see you.
Yes. As you all know, spring is officially here. And if you live in Alabama, one thing we have is very unpredicted weather. And one thing we also have during the springtime is the return of weeds.
Oh, yes.
Weeds. But one of the great things about, of course, by springtime is that we have cleanup days. And one of the great things that our counselor does is her annual D7 cleanup days. So, Counselor, can you tell us a little bit more about that? And how are you doing, first of all?
Well, I'm doing great, and I hope you're doing well also. I am excited today to talk about Love D7 Day, which is an annual day that we've been having every year since I was appointed and then elected into office to represent District 7. And what we do this in conjunction with Earth Day, just to bring back awareness for what we can do in our communities to keep it clean. I feel that if we live in a safe, clean environment, it helps us to really take ownership of where we live, and it helps to improve the quality of life. So what we're doing on Love D7 Day each year is to go out, and I'm encouraging every neighborhood to have some type of cleanup. Doesn't have to be a big production. You can just, among your neighbors, you can decide to clean up around your block or your street. But we're encouraging all of the D7 neighborhoods to go out and clean up on that Saturday, April 27th. We're going to start registration at 8:30 at Jones Valley Middle School. Then we'll be dispersing into our neighborhoods from 9 till 11, and that's when the actual cleanup will take place. The good thing is at 11 o'clock, we're going to come back over to Jones Valley Middle School, and we're going to have a bit of celebration to reward us for the work that we've been doing.
Yes, and one thing he was telling me that's coming up this week on the council meeting, that you all are doing something like a neighborhood program project or something?
Well, actually what happened on Tuesday, I'm very excited. We had some work, some projects that were approved by the city council for 2 of our District 7 neighborhoods. One neighborhood has elected to use their neighborhood funds, and they're contracting with the local landscaper. And this landscaper will be able to cut public lots and public right-of-ways that have overgrown weeds and that are beginning to be nuisances to their neighborhoods. Now, this funding does not necessarily cut every lot in that neighborhood, but it does give the neighbors an opportunity to target some of those nuisance lots. Again, they must be private lots. There's a paperwork that must be filled out, and your neighborhood has to vote to decide to utilize your neighborhood funds in that way. So if you're a member and attending neighborhood meetings, reach out to your neighborhood president and see if you could get this type of project approved in your neighborhood. Again, it gives us some ownership. We feel empowered in each of those neighborhoods. Now you're not waiting on the city to make that one cut a year for that particular lot. And you can lobby with your neighborhood again to get approved for that type of service. The next thing, we feel that the more neighbors we have to participate in our monthly meetings, the more, again, we can be empowered, not waiting on the city to just provide those services and do the things that we feel are needed for us to feel good about where we live. So another neighborhood also was on the agenda, and they've been approved for different signage where they can communicate each month when and where their neighborhood meetings will take place. And so I'm encouraging each neighborhood to fall in line and follow suit with these 2 neighborhoods. And again, in D7, we don't like to just talk about the problems. We like to be a solution. And I think both of these neighborhoods have worked in a way where they can be a solution to some of the overgrown lots in their areas, as well as if they don't have the participation that they'd like to see. And I know we talked just a little bit about Love D7 Day, but I do again want to encourage, this is such an important event for us. And again, we have it annually. We're going to have an opportunity for you to bring recyclables. You can also have shredding. We will be giving out all of the equipment that you need to do any pickup or cleanups and the different safety equipment that you might use while you're picking up along the way. But again, we're just encouraging neighbors to go out, and we want to work together to keep District 7 clean.
Yeah, one I want to mention too that I think got posted on your Facebook page is about the bulk trash schedule, because this is also a time of the year where people do a lot of spring cleaning. And where does the stuff usually end up?
I'm so excited that you mentioned that about bulk trash. Of course, hopefully everyone knows that once a month in each neighborhood, the Department of Public Works, they do come into each neighborhood and they pick up any bulk trash, large items that have been set out for pickup. Now, sometimes even the best of neighbors can be a part of the problem. If you're putting your bulk trash out prior to 6 p.m. before the day of pickup, then you are actually committing a code violation. You're supposed to keep those items and not move those out for pickup until 6 p.m. the day prior to the pickup. Also, if you've contracted with someone to do work, let's say they are cutting trees and cutting limbs, or they're moving trash, they're doing some construction work or some type of work in your home, the contractor is not supposed to leave those limbs or to leave that debris as part of that cleanup or part of that sprucing up in your home. They're supposed to take that bulk trash with them. So you are actually committing a code violation if you're allowing that contractor to just leave that refuge there. So each month, that bulk trash list is provided. You can go on the city website, or you could go to my District 7 page. And each week, I also, as part of my updates during council meetings, I provide you with the list of bulk trash pickups that will be occurring during that week. So you've got many opportunities to learn when that trash is going to be picked up. Unfortunately, it's only picked up once a month. So if you miss that pickup or you allow your trash to sit out after the pickup is occurring, then that trash is going to sit there and be a nuisance and an eyesore for us until they pick it up in the next 30 days. So try best to be aware of when your pickup is scheduled so you can move that bulk trash by 6 p.m. the day of, or between 6 and 6 a.m., and then they'll pick that trash up that following day. And I know some neighborhoods also, they've created their own spots for picking up bulk trash. Again, you're committing a code violation.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Supposed to do that. And so it's just a matter of education and making an awareness for our neighbors. I don't think anyone wants to purposely commit a code violation. And of course, we have illegal dumping that goes on in our district. And so just be mindful, be watchful for that. I don't want anyone to go out and try to apprehend anyone when they see them doing that illegal dumping. But if you can try best to get a description of the vehicle, a car tag, and you call that into 311, or you make my office aware of that, we'll escalate that up so that we can get that to code enforcement.
Yeah, because a lot of times too, I'm glad you brought the part about the neighborhoods, because a lot of times people will, like you said, it's a designated spot in the neighborhood or a certain street where there's no,
Exactly.
Yeah.
For people, and you just gotten familiar with this is the area because they pick it up. But what often is left with these streets that have sort of neighbors have decided to designate as the bulk trash pickup, when the truck goes to pick up the items, they scoop them up and they can leave a large hole that now begins to hold water. It becomes unsightly. So it's like a domino effect if you're not following those rules for code enforcement. So I know no one wants to be an offender, and we all want to live in a clean environment. I think it makes us feel good about our neighborhoods, where we live. And I know that we do have problems with bulk trash, illegal dumping that can make people just not really feel good about where they live. So we're trying to do our best in the D7 office to improve that awareness, give opportunities like the cleanups, this Love D7 Day again, to make awareness for what we can do, how we can empower ourselves to make our neighborhoods clean.
Yeah, I know as springtime gets here too, it's like, even with the neighborhood parks that's in your district as well. keeping them down, the grass down, so kids can go and play in them as well.
Yes, yes. We have a unique situation here in Birmingham where among our parks, some of them are maintained by Department of Public Works, and some of the parks are maintained by Park and Rec. So we have two different systems that are maintaining our parks. And so again, we're always want to ensure, because we want our families to get out and enjoy our green spaces. So we are always working with Public Works and Park and Rec to be sure that those cuts are made timely.
I saw on your social media you was at Birmingham Stallions game kickoff.
Yes. Hey, giddy up and go Stallions. Very exciting that this was our first home game, but it was actually the third game of the new season of the XFL. And again, Birmingham Stallions continues to be a winner. They won that home game. We have another one coming up this Saturday at 6 o'clock. So I'm just encouraging all families and residents to take advantage of that entertainment. It's very cost friendly. You can take a family of 4 and get hot dogs and just have a great entertaining for just about under $50. So around $50. So kind of the best deal in town. You can go to the XFL or to the Birmingham Stallions to pick up those tickets. So I encourage everybody. I had a great time, and everyone that I talked to has had a great time as well.
All right, and last but not least, one thing I know, as I always talk to you, is that you're always about keeping the neighborhood clean, that you in your district, and working on the roads.
Yes. Well, we actually, as I've been visiting neighborhoods this month, I have been making them aware on the Birmingham City government website. You can go to www.birminghamal.gov. I can click on roads or paving, and the 2024 paving list is published, and that's how you can find out what streets are going to be paved in your neighborhood or within the district. Then we have about 23 streets that are included on that list this year. That was all of the streets that are being paved throughout the city of Birmingham. That is part of the $15 million budget that was allocated in last year's fiscal general fund. And so now we're beginning, there are certain months of the year that you can't pave. And so during the spring and summer, before the heat really gets before us, it's when we do most of the paving in the city. And so if you're interested in knowing if a street in your neighborhood is going to be paved, again, you can go to www.birminghamal.gov/paving. And this will show you the 2024 paving list for District 7 and throughout the city.
Okay, well, Councilor Alexander, thank you for coming on. And last things you want to add?
Well, I just want to say I'm looking forward to everyone coming out for Love D7 Day. That's April 27th. We'll be there from 9 till 11 a.m. That's at Jones Valley Middle School, and that's located at 2000 31st Street Southwest. And again, we're going to have all opportunities for you to clean up, and then we're going to come together and fellowship and have some fun. So I'm looking forward to see you, D7, and where we'll be loving on D7.
Okay. Well,
thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you all for watching. Please check out what's happening Birmingham.com for more interviews. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you all again, and have a great day. And love D7 and springtime hits. Let's just keep Birmingham clean, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.